I do think whatever Saver sleeps are doing during the day, it is related to what everyone else is doing while they're sleeping. Like when you're dreaming, like it feels to me like what sleep is like I remember I don't guess they don't do this anymore, but there used to be a defragmenting button on your computer, and like it would show this animation of these blocks
Yeah, yeah.
coming off the floor and getting sorted out like that. That's like what sleep is. It's like I got a phone call this morning, and like it was a really good call, and like it was like the blocks were everywhere, and I had to like go sit down, and like you could just almost like visualize the blocks coming back, and then like it's also like eliminating, like especially consumed last. It's like, okay, I don't even need all these blocks, and it's like, oh, I'm left with a few. Okay, where do they go? Like, shit, that's more important than what I believed earlier. That goes down here, and then that becomes exhausting because now the worldview is like updating. So it feels like defragmenting might be kind of a synonym or a closer word, and I do think that whatever is going on with the brain, it is happening while people are sleeping as well. You know, which is why it's like you can have a far more productive sleep if you know actual sleep if you're actually doing sleep energy exercises before you sleep. You're giving your body your brain a head start on, okay, what are you going to do for 8 hours? Like your brain's like, hey, I'm trying to sort the blocks out. Could you maybe take a shower and give me a jump start here, you know? So I do think it is related to what is happening in sleep too, you know. So it's not super far off.
You actually helped me out, by the way. I've been trying to get 7 hours of sleep. It's fucking torture. But yeah, that's probably what I need to start doing.
Do you have the inner monologue? Do you have the talking thing? Are you like talking and arguing in your head all night?
No, it's more like it's a visceral, like it's just anxiety / frustration in the actual body. Sometimes I will get like a monologue of, but it's very hazy. It's like I'm like listening to a conversation in another room. Like, okay, that's kind of fucking weird.
What does it feel like? Does it feel like it because you get double masculine introverted demons? That's quite a.
Oh, matter of fact, no. This is my last question. I need to understand SF sleep. I don't get this shit. People are fucking calling me the fuck out, saying, "Oh, it's not like." So help me.
Yeah. So, okay. Like what? Yeah.
So let me tell you how I experience me not sleeping. Right, like literally neural sleep. Like, so I've been trying to force myself to do 7 hours of at least rest, and so it's like I'll turn off the lights. And my body is immediately like, why aren't we awake? Right? Not even to be productive. That's the funny thing. Yeah. I'm not a super productive guy, actually. Subjectively, right? Whatever. But like, I don't feel like a super productive guy. It's just like, I'll be laying there and my mind's like, no, you have to check your phone. No, you have to talk to this person. No, you have to still do this. You just have to do that.
Which is like, Savers, yeah.
But it's not a voice. So that's, I'm verbalizing it. It's more like the thing will like flit across my mind. And I'm like, fuck. And it's like an energy.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like I want to break out of prison is how I described it.
Yeah. Interesting. So yeah, I mean the distractions and stuff is like NETE tribe doing things, but yeah, then you're saying it's like it's connected to the energy burst of like, okay, I got to get up and go do it.
Yeah, or like at least check it.
Yeah. I know I'll feel that with the blast play because I'm like the worst sleep of the sleeps. You know, I wreck it with the blast play, so I have the same. Like, I don't think as intense, but I have the same thing of like, I'll think of something or remember something and then my body will energize. Like, let's go do it. Like, oh, fuck, you're supposed to go to bed or you're supposed to get up or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I would study like more of like what, like so along the theory of the sleep functions are trying to get something done. Like I do know what they're trying to do. They're trying to, so SI, FI. So it's like it's going to be like, sorting out your plan and your worldview, but more concretely, because like mine's not super far off from yours, like NIFI. So it's like, well, I guess everybody's gonna have organized, but it's like it's that both of us are FI. So it's like abstract because there's not any one logical way to answer it. It's very subjective. It's like, well, what do you want to do? And like for me with FI Saver, it's like, oh, well, that's not that hard. So I can like hurry this process up. But so you're like, oh fuck, I got to get to my demon. And I got to figure out what I want. And then I have to like match it up with the plan. And then the goddamn plan is physical, not abstract, which by the way, it's way easier to have an abstract plan because you just sloppy that shit. You know, your plan's got to be like physical and routine. And then it's also masculine as well. So it's gonna be like doubly anal, you know?
Yeah.
And then like, oh, that's going to take more than 5 minutes of work. Well, you can't do that because now your stupid savers are cranking up again, distracting you, which then wrecks the whole process. And it just, just is kind of a very exhausting kind of loop, but I think like knowing what it's trying to do more and I think in all these functions, like it's a lot easier to kind of give them a head start. If you know that's like, okay, what my brain is going to want to get down to is like, what are my priorities? What do I want to do? What do I value? What's important to me? And then how do I want to do that physically? What's the plan? Like, what's the plan,
Right.
you know, in a bullet point type of checklist? And I think like when the functions like finally get what it is that they're looking for, that's when they kind of finally start to, you know, relax or release. So the sleep energy is trying to do that, you know, because if you were a different type and those SIFI were savers, I mean, that's, you know, Martha Stewart or whatever, it's all she's doing. Do I like this? Do I like that? Yes, I do. Okay, so that goes here. Do I like this? Do I like it? Yes, I do. That goes here. Like, you know, and she's sorting it out. But I also just see too, like, last thing is like the extroverts, myself included, it's like take the long way around. Like I don't think somebody would say sleep last is maybe when they're older, but I'm not seeing from the reports I'm getting back from people. They're like, yeah, okay, I can do 20 minutes of sleep. Anyways, what works better is talking for an hour or running around in circles and then getting little gems of it that I'm piecing together with a ratio of a ton of play, and then I'm getting little things of sleep. Just feel like a gold. Like here's all the dirt, and here's the little coins that are left over. I know for me, like I have to get that way, like with the consume. It's like I got to blast and talk, you know, an hour of blast, and I'll get like this little bit of consume, you know. So versus like if I just go do pure consume too long, like after 20 minutes, my body just starts freezing up. And I got to go blast and then come back around, you know? Yeah. So kind of be like working with it. This last thing, what's helped us in our personal lives, like, cause like working backwards from like a personality disorder is like in our view, in our opinion, is like somebody who's stuck in a gear, whatever it is. Like just look at Donald Trump or whatever. He's like double masculine ST all day only. Like, okay, that's great. You might want to adjust every once in a while. So it's like, where am I getting stuck in a gear? So it's like when if we're having trouble sleeping or stressed or whatever, like having the standard of, okay, it's been an hour or maybe 2 hours, like get up, do something. Like for Shandy, because she'll have the sleep issues because you got the TE monologue and then play and then, you know, low sleep, and she'll either have to get up, she'll talk, she'll have to, you know, go to the bathroom, come back, or even like it is totally subjective. Like one night she's like, I finally was able to go back to sleep because I rolled over from this way to that way. It's like, doesn't make any sense. And that would never happen twice, but that was like just changing something, because you'll just get stuck in this, I can't sleep. And it's like, oh my God, like change something to shake the program loose or whatever. Yeah. Anyways, that's what we do. Cause like, you know, with FI, like we'll get hit with a lot of negativity and just start going down. And then it's like after the 2 hour mark, it's like you can feel as bad as you want, but like go for a walk. You have to, Tony Robbins, shake it and change the state, and then you can come back around, and that seems to help. It's just not efficient, but it sure as hell beats like getting stuck and then just being stuck, you know.